The college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage. One last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 4 seed in this playoff, the Western Michigan Broncos, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. He'll call for the fair catch here. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Ball handed off. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And they get him down after the completion.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
They'll try to keep the opening drive going here. It's third down and 2. And they pick up the first on the ground. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get them to third down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
Stanford getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Signs the quick throw. Stopped right there at the line with no gain.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated and get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Now it's second down here. A handoff to the back. Makes a nice move there. The pickup is 9, so it sets up a 3rd and 1 now.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Solid gain in the running play. 3rd down now. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. It's an out route. The catch made. And that gain will pick up a first down and move the football to the 36.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a 3rd down early in the game, a chance to get them off the field. But instead, this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
This Stanford offense is moving quickly down the field. Keeping it on the ground here. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. Second down, we're going to throw it. Receiver makes the catch. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's a good, hard, tough running there to get that first down to keep this drive alive. Early in this game, the offense really asserting themselves. They're not thinking about a field goal. They're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
Becoming a long drive, the 9th play coming up. They'll run it to the left. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid game.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. They're going to run it. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
The Stanford offense lines up on 1st and goal now. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, good push inside there by that offensive line.
Here comes some more big bodies out for the defense. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Boy, this defense is stepping up here early in this game, really controlling the line of scrimmage. Just nowhere to go on this last play. And now we've got a 3rd down, a big opportunity for this defense to get off the field.
Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Oh, that one's picked off. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Boy, a costly mistake here by the quarterback. Forces that ball into coverage, and the defense comes up with the interception. Hate to see the game start off like this for this offense.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Solid gain. Moves the ball to the 36.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Fighting off the defender. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense. As the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Scanning the field. It's Love. Looking for the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. They tackle him after a short return, but they get the football back and set up shop near midfield.
Sometimes that primetime game, the whole nation is watching, brings out some extra energy, some nerves. Maybe the quarterback is feeling that a little bit. I did not expect him to throw a pick, especially on the opening drive.
And the Stanford offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Pass is caught. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Anytime you have a sudden change like this, Chris, I love to see the idea of this quick strike. The defense barely really has a chance to get established and get set. Next thing you know, they're dealing with an offense that's coming right at them, trying to put points on the board.
And here's the handoff.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. From the shotgun, drops back. Makes a quick grab. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary. And they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
They'll try to run for the first down. Looks like Stanford will have the first down.
Here's a great example of a back knowing where he needed to go on this play, and he didn't mess around. He got between the tackles and earned every single yard.
First down here for this offense. They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away, they try to force the issue. This one almost backfires on him as he tried to squeeze that throw in. He's lucky he didn't throw an interception.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he went backwards after the catch. That'll set up a 4th down now. And the field goal unit coming on the field now. Trying to connect from 41 yards away. And that one's straight down the middle. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Here comes Western Michigan's offense out there. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Running back with the football. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. It's Love. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
He's running out of time here. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
And the returner will be brought down. And the Stanford offense back out there in the field now. Settled for a field goal last time out. Can they open things up on this possession? Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Catch made on the right side. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. They'll run it here. A quick juke. And the softball brought down after an excellent run.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. It's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving up multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
Ball handed off. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Stanford has moved into the red zone. And there's the handoff. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And then first down, right back to the running game.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinal. Runner shows toughness and will, refusing to be brought down. Ends up in the end zone.
Yeah, that defender had no chance bringing down this ball carrier by himself. That's why you better have a couple defenders, or else you're going to have more touchdowns like this.
The extra point makes it a 10-point game. Now they get set to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. Western Michigan offense back on the field now. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. Here's the handoff. And the one moves the ball up to the 33. They'll have to hurry now. Second down with the clock ticking. Press coverage now from the secondary. Dropping back. It's Love. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Breaks loose at the 45. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to do with why they're in this playoff game, right? So give it to the offensive line in the back. Get the first down on this third and short. See what you can do from here.
That's solid run. Good for first down yardage. Receiver in motion now. And looking to throw now on first down. The pocket breaking down. Receiver makes the grab. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has. Handoff here from the shotgun. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now. They move the 6. They'll go to the line here on first down now. And he'll set up to throw. Looking for his back. Gets made on the out route. Finally get him way down at the 2. Nice pitch and catch. Here we go. First and goal. A touchdown here gets them right back into this game. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Back-to-back big plays. Defense is reeling. Set up first and goal now. They'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out in the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense of slowing them down.
Coming up, second down and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Western Michigan.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the second quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
The extra point is good. They trail by 3 now, 10-7. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. This one will be fair caught. The offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It's an out route, the catch made. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, when you run that out route, it's going to end up very close to the sideline. Love his awareness to realize not only keep his eyes on the football, but where he is.
And he lofts it deep over the middle. And that falls incomplete as time runs out in the first half of play. Minnows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Stanford will kick it off to get the second half going. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. Broncos offense back on the field now. First play of the second half is a handoff. That run takes it across the 30-yard line.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap, he turns it around and flips it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is can they set the edge as an offense? Whether it's an offensive tackle, a tight end in that same direction, that where they want to run the ball. Because if they can do that, you get the result that you want just like this. If you don't, oftentimes, the play is blown up right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's the target, and it's complete. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down at the 47.
Well, this is what separates the men from the boys right here. This quarterback knows he's going to get hit, does a good job of staying laser focused on his target, and as he throws that ball, he gets annihilated, but big positive yards because of that determination by the quarterback.
On first and 10, looking to throw. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
That's a really nice job of bouncing back by this defense after giving up that big gain. This time they get the pressure and bring that quarterback down.
That sack sets up a second down and very long. That's a design quarterback keeper. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44. What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Back to throw. It's low. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. He's out of bounds after a nice gain, and finally a spark of life from this offense.
Well, this is every defense's worst nightmare. They have everything covered downfield. The quarterback just has given up on the play, checks it down to the back, and instead of rallying to the football to keep him short of the first down, he is so elusive, he picks up first down yards.
Goes backwards, he'll lose 10 yards there.
The backside rules for defense against the run are to check for the cutback, the counter, or a reverse. That time they stayed home and were in perfect position. They were able to stop that reverse in its tracks.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Defense is coming after him. It is intercepted.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And the Stanford offense is back out there on the field. This has been an uphill battle for both offenses. Let's see if they can get it going this time. He'll hand it off. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure works. And here comes the punter onto the field. We'll see what he can do with the return. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. Western Michigan's offense out there. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down play coming up. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Linebacker shifting around now. They're going to throw for it on third and short. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
It's a quarterback keeper. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Important second down play coming up. Back to throw. It's low. Looking for his big tight end. And he's got his man open downfield.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
A completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Handoff to the right side. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The defense backed up against their own end zone. DB is looking to jam the receivers at the snap. And he drops back in the gun. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Second and goal for the offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Touchdown, Broncos. And they will claim the second half lead. Here's the point after attempt. The extra point is good, so it's 14-10 now. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Cardinal offense is back out there on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. There's the handoff. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3. They'll run this play from the pistol formation. Takes the handoff again. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll hand it off. Powers through. Tackled up near midfield at the 48.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quick throw by the quarterback off the RPO. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot. But I think the reality is seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Here's the option play. He'll toss it to the back. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. The pass is intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him? Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Well, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his 2nd interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong
throughout. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
The linebacker shifting around now. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Getting set. Here's second down. To the air. It's Love. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. The quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
Now the offense faces 3rd and long from the 30. Can they convert and get a drive going? Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. The completion picks up about 8 yards, but sets up a 4th down play now. They bring the punter onto the field now, and he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. This is a low liner. This won't go a long way. No fair catch. They're going to make a return here. And he'll be forced out of bounds after a small pickup on that return. And the Stanford offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. It's a big gain all the way to enemy territory, tackled at the 45.
This is all you can hope for, really. The defense does their job. You get the offense back out on the field. It's a one-possession game. It's up to this quarterback and this offense to deliver, and they're off to a good start here.
Here comes a handoff. And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid gain, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
Here we go. 3rd down and 1. Gut check time on both sides. The defense all over it. They stop it right at the line. Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. And we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to steal a late-game comeback victory. So here we go. Down 1 score. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Oh, what a move. Goes right through the tackle. He's got room to run now. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
That's just mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line does their job, gets a nice surge there, and the back does what he needs to do to pick up the 1st down.
Stanford getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Give it to the back again. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's 2nd down and 5.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, of this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback.
Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. It's their first timeout. And now a chance to take the lead with the touchdown here. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Touchdown, Stanford, to take the lead in the final minute.
And with a game on the line, they go back to that offensive line and the running back, and it pays off. They take the lead here late in the game, Chris. Now they're up 2. Do you go with conventional wisdom and just kick the extra point? Or maybe you go for 2 to make your opponent have to drive the length of the field for a touchdown.
And they'll take a knee here, not wanting to spend time on a return. They'll start at the 25. The Western Michigan offense back on the field now. Interesting strategic decision. They've got some time to work with. Will they play for a field goal or take a shot at the touchdown and win it here? Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. Well, the offense here needs some big plays to give the kicker a chance here. The clock is a factor. Looking to throw. It's Love. Cannot get the throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the game. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. Quick throw caught over the middle. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, when you play zone defense on 3rd down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the 1st down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And smart choice, he'll step out of bounds to stop the clock. That's good execution.
This is why offenses drill down on the 2-minute drill year-round. You want to have quarterbacks and wide receivers completely dialed in on down and distance, and especially the clock. You got to get out of bounds when you can to preserve it. They do a really good job of that right here.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. He's got it for a big gain. Tackle at the 5-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal right there. 1st and goal. And the offense punch it in and claim the lead here in the 4th quarter. Quarterback spikes the ball to stop the clock. Here we go, one of the biggest moments of the game so far. The field goal unit out there for a high-pressure attempt. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And the game is tied here in the final seconds. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Hand off to the single back. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. So 1st and 10, our first play of overtime. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. 1st down, looking to throw the football. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. 2nd down coming up now.
I mean, I don't know how we weren't able to hold on to that football in the end zone. That's a touchdown. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for this defense. When they get to film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. What was the breakdown that almost allowed that big play?
The shotgun running play call. Look at him run through those tacklers. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact, but that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
So the offense will set up 1st and goal here in this first overtime. Back to pass. It's Love. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
Well, it's a great job by this defense coming up with a big sack there on 1st and goal. The offense still has their opportunities. Let's see if they can get back on track here on 2nd and goal.
2nd down and goal upcoming. The defense with more pre-snap movement. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Caught near the goal line. It's a touchdown as they jump on top here in overtime. And now the extra point to make this a 7-point game in overtime. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down to the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
So pressure on this offense. They must answer with a touchdown to stay in this game. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. You got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Big throw caught on the left side. Looks like Stanford will have the 1st down.
Boy, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
So pressure on this offense here in overtime. They must score a touchdown to stay alive. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Trying to extend the play. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
When this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance, he gets out of the pressure off to his right. But man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
3rd and long in obvious 4-down territory. They'd love to at least get a chunk of it here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's intercepted. A crucial overtime mistake.
Oh, no. They may have just cost themselves the game with this interception. That's the last thing you can afford to do in overtime. Now it simply comes down to, can you stop your opponent from scoring or the game is over.
Well, that's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can